So today I am going to talk about little things. I'm going to say a few more things about life here in Finland in this kind of cold weather. It is not all that beautiful staying in a cold weather. So here in Finland, a lot happens due to the climate. I mean, the kind of climate we have. Apart from the fact that the government is able to manage the situation so that they put everything into control to make sure that everything works. Everything works. When I say everything works, I mean it 100%. Everything works. So you don't go to the bus stop, and except in some kind of isolated situations, you see the bus coming 2 minutes late when the snow is so much. There is a lot of snowfall during the night, and then the first bus is like rolling, struggling to go on top of the road before the snow plow has come to push it away, and then the road is a little bit manageable. The buses can come 1 or 2 minutes late, but I tell you, they are very serious. The buses comes right on time. But there are still other things like we see a lot of things we have to change. We have like we have, like I have mentioned, about changing the tires. That is just a signal of how things has to be changed. During the summer, we step down our time, the clock. We step the clock down. At another time, we step the clock up. We change our style of our dress code to suit what kind of time that we are. And then you have to change the interior of the house. Open up the, like this, what you are looking at right here now is triple glazed windows. So to prevent the wind from coming in, there are times that now we have to open a little part of the window to allow some fresh air in. So there are times that this is the, you can see here, here is the battery which keeps the house warm. Like as I'm touching it right now, it is very hot. So I have the battery here, and I have another one in the bedroom. I have another one in the kitchen. There's another one in the toilet that is keeping those area to make them warm. So, and all these things never stop working. So these are the things that we have to, like, trying to examine how life is being tailored, how life goes in Finland. But it is not all that very, very smooth, because the Finns and the Europeans, there are things that they miss. And that is what I have as an African. And that is why when they ask me about where are you from, if I say I am an African, they are like so excited. And there are some of them that want to take their holidays back to Africa and then stay there, enjoy themselves. Like at this at this period of the year, there are some Europeans who can afford it as somewhere in Africa, enjoying the sunshine. And then when the winter time has slowly begin to abate, then they will return back to Finland. There are people who can afford to do that, and they are doing it. And there are other people who want to retire, who have worked very hard, who want to relax, enjoy themselves. They are moving away from Europe and living permanently in Africa. Yes, I've seen a lot of Europeans that are permanently have retired doing their pensions in Africa, so, which I think is also good. So we have things that they want to admire and be part of it, and they have things that we think they have, and then we have to be part of it, admire it, and also enjoy the benefit of whatever they have. So that is it. So it is not always very, very smooth. The journey somehow is a little bit of hard. So like when I showed you these areas now I showed you the building that is surrounding me here. Those are my neighbors. So life here does not really mean that everybody is happy. The period of winter is very, very long, my dear. So when you think about starting from the springtime ends in September. So by the time we step into October, usually in the month of October, the first snow has begun to fall towards the first week of October, usually. So apart from the fact that things are beginning to change, we are beginning to have the effect of the global warming, and then all kinds of things begin to build up that have now brought about the situation where we don't have snow in the month of October, but the weather becomes very, very cold without the snow falling. When the snow begins to fall, then it is very beautiful, it is very warm with the advent of the snow. So there are sometimes the snow refuses to fall in the month of October and November and December. Yeah, I have experienced Christmas here, very dry, but it is like your skin will want to break because there is no snow to warm up the environment. I mean, to warm up the environment. So we need the snow in the month of October. Usually we have snow in the month of October, yes, but these days we don't. But the people dealing with this kind of environment, I mean with this kind of climate, will definitely not tell you that they are happy. They are not happy. It is a very sad time, it's a very dark, I mean the weather becomes so dark, so the people are so lonely, people are so isolated, people have no time to, to socialize, everybody is in a haste to go to work, go to the supermarket, go to an appointment is given to you prompt, you have to be there, and then it is like everything is like tailored to meet up with the a kind of way that life goes for people who are managing with the climate that they have. So it is that way that people have become so kind of indoctrinated into the system of sadness, because they will have wanted a longer period of the summer so that they can enjoy and they relax themselves. The summertime in Finland here, as far as I am concerned, is not more than 60 days. And 60 days in a year is just it is very little when you think about when you can breathe the air of relief, wear some kind of t-shirt, enjoy yourself, wear some slippers if you want to wear slippers to another part of the town. So that is it, you are free to do that, but it is only within 60 days. And that 60 days is not even guaranteed. There might be some kind of weather like rain and other kind of a thing, wind, and yeah, so that we still want to keep you reminded of the winter time. So the dark time in Finland is very sorrowful, it's not a very nice time. So I have lived here for some years, and I have witnessed some of my neighbors, the sick people that are not very, very healthy, living alone, not having the only means of communication is by the telephone. They have to make the phone calls, they have to report how they are feeling, especially the senior citizens. So, and when nobody is hearing from them, nobody is going to their doors to knock and say, how are you? Like we have in Africa, neighbors, relatives, extended family members, my door never stop. I mean, when I go home, my doorbell never stop ringing. People are coming for all kind of a thing. Hey, brother, give me sugar, give me pepper, give me cheese, give me that, give me. Do you have this record? Do you have? Give me that CD. Give me this, give me that. Give me slippers. That is the fun of being alive. But when you live in Finland, please forget about that. That is never going to happen. People can live. I have lived here for so many years. I can't remember any of my neighbors coming here to ask me for a cube of sugar. That's never. And I cannot go to them. I can't embarrass myself. Things they don't ask from me. If I'm in their need of something, I don't go asking for them because they will never ask from me. So I keep to myself. So you can imagine in that kind of a situation where I have neighbors who are locked up in some houses, and nobody cares about how they are faring. Are they still okay? Especially those that need help, that I feel that I could do something to help them, and I'm not, by one thing or the other, prevents me from going to their door to press the doorbell to know how they are doing. And I have stayed here and I looked out through the window, or on my way to the grocery store, I could see an ambulance is coming to take somebody away, and this person has been dead for weeks. So people die in their apartments for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and nobody finds out. So that is things I have experienced living here in Finland. Many things. If the people that are in, the persons in that house have no relatives, have no children, have nobody to come and like see how they are faring, and they can have heart attack, they can have like anything could just happen to anybody, and then boom, the person is gone and nobody is coming to find out how they are doing. So that is, I have seen that a lot in Finland. And then the whole area is smelling badly because the body has been removed, and then they have to fumigate the area, clean it up, wash up the house, and then put it out for rent again. Yeah, life continues. So that is how, those are the another aspect of living in Finland, which I find very ugly. And people are always in a, when the weather is this way, people are walking with their head bowed to the ground and in a haste to get to wherever their destinations are, and they don't care if you want to stop somebody to say, please, I need some help in this area. You don't get it because everybody is in a haste. People don't really care. You are on to yourself. You have to program yourself, you have to articulate yourself to accommodate your own schedules so that you don't have a need to ask your neighbors for any assistance at all. The only assistance you might have is basically on your cell phone, or maybe there is my cell phones. I have my cell phones, and it is expected that today everything is on my cell phone. I have to do my bank transaction with my cell phone. I have to pay my ticket. I have to show my ticket in the buses or trains on my cell phone. I have to buy my grocery with my cell phones. I have to text to my neighbor, to my relatives, my son, and everybody. Everything is done with the cell phone. The cell phone is the only thing you have. That's your neighbor, that's your companion, that's everything. So if anything happens, you are not able to reach your cell phone, boom, life stops. So it is like that probably if you have, like in this case, I am here in Finland, I am thinking about what happens to me having experienced this kind of life where I can live in a country of my son. I have a son, he has grown. I have my daughter, my own family, my children has grown. They have, after the age of 18, I'm going to do a video in which I'm going to talk about child custody and all those kind of a thing, living here in Finland, how I was able to manage those kind of a thing. I'm going to do a video to enable my viewers from Africa to learn and to know about those kind of situations, like how it involves the child custody, and then some parental issues in relation to spouse, if you have a wife and then you have child together, and all those kind of a thing, the social welfare, and then the job situation where you can be, what kind of job you can be allowed to do, what kind of job you are not allowed to do. Because when I came here as an African, there are things that, like as I said, there are things that was in my head when I came here, and those kind of narratives that we already have compiled will take, with a matter of time, takes time to be removed from our mentality. So when you have that kind of ideologies printed in your head, and then you have arrived in Europe, and then you are like looking at what is going on, yeah, you feel so disappointed. Somebody might feel disappointed because having known that, yes, this country is not structured for the kind of things or the kind of mentality that we imported we took along with us when we were living home. When you come here and then you see that life is completely different, so that is the first shock. That is the first thing that will kind of make you feel disillusioned. And then if you cannot cope, or if anybody cannot cope, you pack up your bag and you want to run home, because now the Finns have a way that I have lived here in as long as I have stayed in Finland. I have never seen $1, €1 on the floor and I pick it up. Nobody is going to throw it away. because things have also changed. Like as I said, the cell phone is the only media with which you communicate. You pay for your groceries, you pay for your chocolate, you don't, nobody touches the coins, which is something that they have already begin to practice even before the advent of the coronavirus. I'm going to do different kind of videos to show how Finns were able to master, how they are the masters of the protocols that were in place even before the coronavirus came. The Finns have already put all those security measures, all those health procedures that were not at that time being suggested by World Health Organization. The Finns were already having it in place. So this I'm going to deal with. I'm not going to like model everything together. I'm going to deal with those things in different particular videos. I'm going to talk about them, and then trying to, in my effort to make somebody to know a few things about Finland. So this is a country that it is beautiful, it is good, life is sweet, but it has, I mean, every country have every coin have the other side. So when you think about Africa, we have our own issues, and then we also have our own good. So talk about Nigeria, we have our own bad side, we have our own good side. So I'm going to talk about all these issues in different videos. I will not bore my viewers by bringing A plus A, B, C, A, and you just like model everything up together and confuse my viewers. I'm going to deal with them one after the other. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to do a video in which I'm going to talk about, I have not even said how many years I've spent in Finland. I have not said it, but I'm going to do is one particular video. I'm going to do it starting from the day I left home and then the day I arrived in Finland. Then you can be able to, like judge. You can be able to, like understand that probably I'm talking from experience or not. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I have set to achieve in this channel. So I'm not very passionate about begging my viewers to subscribe, like and share. The time is yours. You are the one to determine what you want to do with your time. The choice is yours. The prerogative is yours. It is up to you what you want to do. If you like what I'm doing, if you want to follow me, you want to see what this guy is doing, who is this guy, and what is he, why is he here on the social media, what is he talking about. If it is something you desire, you want to do, yeah, you are welcomed. Leave your comment. I will be glad to read what you want to write. And then if you want to follow me, if you're interested, you want to know about Finland, you want to know about where I come from, what have happened to me, where did the rain begin to soak. So if you want to know about that, yeah, it's up to you. You can stay, because those are it is like a very important stories. Like I mentioned that Finland is not necessarily the 7th country. It is more than 7 actually. But if I talk about Europe, probably I can say 7, but I have been to other parts of the world, and then my experiences during the journey from moving, when I left home and they begin to move and begin to, like trying to see, like we say, searching for the greener pastures. I don't know what is green in the kind of pastures that we are searching. When you listen to my stories, then it is up to you. What you know, you know. And then what you don't know, you don't know. And then the best way to know is by a kind of listening, sharing, and then trying to, by listening, you can be able to pick up 1 or 2 things that might resonate with your own situation. And then, yeah, so, or with somebody who you know. And then you tell that person this kind of story, and then that person will say, yes, I have met this guy. I met this guy in Moscow. I met this guy in St. Petersburg. I met him in Greece. I met him in Istanbul. Yeah, this is it. So this is what happened. So or I met him in Yugoslavia. I met, those kind of a thing. So it goes that way. So yes, we were in the same camp, we were in the same cell, we were in the same thing, you know, it's things like that. Things like that happens. So these are the, you know, the foundation of this channel is that. And then another part of it is a woman that brought me into the world. What she brought me here to do? Did she bear me to suffer, have these pains, experience all these all these setbacks? It's up to her. It's up to God. God knows. There's nothing that God does not know, according to my mom. You see, so there are things that my mom told me which I have not told anybody, but I am going to sit in front of my camera like this and I say it, looking at the camera, that this is what Mama said. Yeah. So like as I said earlier, this channel is about motherhood, is about struggle to be able to raise up your head when people are trying to suppress you or people are trying to put you down, and the journey you have to make in trying to, you know, not to disappoint your mother, not to let your mom feel like whatever I have given to my son was a waste. You have to live up to expectation of set by mom, because mom, 9 months is a tough time, because I'm talking about the period of winter, as long as it takes. So you can calculate it from the month of October to the month of April. My dear, it's long. To be in a cold weather, to be in a sad mood, to be locked up. When you are not in a cell, if you have committed a crime and then you are a kind of you know, isolated from other people, that is different. But you are a free person, and then yet you are locked up. You are in cell. You are in detention for a long time. So we consider that, and then we think about a woman bearing a child for 9 months, carrying the, you know, you have to like have your fingernails, scratch your face, hold your clothes, tear it in the way, in an effort to push, and finally the child is here. That child needs to brace up. You need to be responsible. Think about that woman. You need to be responsible. So this is what this channel is all about. It's about bearing a child and that child struggling to live up to the expectations set by the mother. I thank you for watching. I appreciate the time you spend in the few people that are listening to me. I appreciate every minute you spend. I know how difficult it is to upload, to buy the credit and put on your devices to be able to watch me or another person that is talking some things you don't know why the person is doing so. So even if, like as I said, if I have wanted to do some things, it is easy for me to go to the grocery store, I pick up a cucumber and put it into my trousers and then I make fun. I'll get viewers. But then that's not what this is all about. This is all about seriousness. This is all about education. We learn from each other. So I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.